DreamLeague Season 13 is brought to you by Corsair, Monster Energy, Mercedes-Benz, and DreamHack.
Good morning. It is a nice, cold, chilly, but clear day here in Leipzig, Germany. Perfect day to sit inside, listen to Thomas, and watch some Dota 2. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Just watch some Dota and chill. That's what I'm going to do anyway. Hopefully that's what you're going to do as well. It is going to be a wonderful day, not just day, the wonderful days, because we are now actually in the playoffs. That means we are going to have 16 teams, and in 6 days' time, we only have one left. We only care about that one team, but we don't know yet which team that's going to be, and we're going to find out. And if you want to be there when that team is crowned champion, you still can get yourself some tickets. Yeah. Tickets, yes. Tickets, of course, made possible by our sponsors. We got Monster Energy, we got Corsair, Mercedes-Benz, Ray Gaming, all of that great stuff. And, well, I mean, this is great. I can continue to talk to you all day. And it would be very nice. You'd enjoy it. You know, let's be real. But it wouldn't be as much fun as if I was here with a bit of other people. Couple. 3 extra people would be nice right about now. How about Grant, Odie Pixel, and Fogged? Let's welcome them in, Thomas.
Gotta remember to close the door behind me, you know.
Yeah.
Very important.
Polite, thank you.
Politely. I'm not gonna slam it shut or anything.
Hello. How did we go from let's do the train, let's do the cha-cha shaman walking in, to one person waving, one person just stepping, and the other just not doing anything?
Well, Fog, you know, he didn't want to have any fun, so you know.
I was suggesting we do the tango and we go across tangoing and everything like that, but
we can do it right now if you want.
Go on then.
All right. He was very eager. All right.
Oh, please.
I didn't think you were going to back out. How are you doing this morning, Grant?
I am doing superb.
Nice.
We're at the freaking major. We're about to see some teams go farther in the winter bracket. We're about to see some teams get eliminated. Can't get much better than that.
That's true. We got it all. We have it all, Fog, don't we?
Yeah, should be really good. I didn't get to see too much of these teams in the group stage because we were covering the other side, but we did know that there was some really exciting games, comebacks, as well as one-sided games from both sides. So should be a fun series. Yeah,
and we got a good setup here to do it with as well, Owen.
Yeah, I mean, as I'm sure you can see at home, you know, beautiful teams setting up behind us. EG over right here, and we have Nigma in the other corner getting ready to play.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. And obviously we'll be making sure that after the games, we flame players particularly hard. So they can hear us.
Not hard, and loud mostly.
And loud, yeah.
Yeah, so they
we
can
do
hear
get a lot of
us.
looks and like, what the hell is this guy talking about on the panel? He doesn't know anything, which is what they're normally thinking anyway. But now we get to see the live reactions.
And they could grab a microphone, walk right up, and make their own point, flame us back. So we're totally open to that as well. And in typical DreamLeague fashion, by the way, it is time to move to the topics at hand.
Well, let's go. Oh, we're not actually moving.
No, we're not actually moving.
Okay.
No. I am moving my hand to make sure that I can't do that. My hand is just a weird shape. It's not straight, and I don't know how to do it properly. But the topic at hand...
Your shoulder.
He's doing it again. I knew he was going to do it.
The topic at hand is groups. The group stages.
Yeah.
We had 4 groups of 4 teams makes 16. And we had them play out in double, GSL style, which is like a mini double elimination bracket. And I think that we mostly had, well, before we talk about the groups, actually, let me show you this one.
Oh.
AP knocked back, Fissure blocking him, and there will be no Timber Chain to survive. Chrono on 4, though. Is there enough damage? Double damage on Armel, in fact. They get Wii first, Kuro second. Out comes the combo from the Disruptor, and it's a disaster. They're going to lose 4.
But he's in trouble. Ice with the 2-man stomp, and there's Chakram. He's caught. Oh! Yo, Ice though! That was nice.
They give him an opportunity. Static Storm already down there onto a couple of them. All grouped up. The RP connects there onto all 3. But with a steal away and a heck of a lot of damage coming in from Quake.
Is he going to die for this? They're coming in with the buybacks. Puppy, he's looking to try and set up the turn. They're going to pounce on it. Yang's running away, but Yang is gone. Death for 100 slams in for Yang. So catches the 2 of them, sets up with the Fissure. He's blocking them off, or he's trying to run away. PKP's out, but Ori will fall. Going for the TP, but the bash is there from Matt to Secret. They're going to be able to get a 4th kill. What a game we have here this morning.
And IG have to find a better way of playing around this. See, now that the Aeon disc is on Disruptor as well, it's a lot harder.
Storm's gonna jump in. He takes the Aegis.
All right, he goes for Kuro.
Does connect only on the Lich. Big damage on the Tiny. Frost Shield might be enough. Sinister Gaze. Armel gets comboed down. The stolen Aphotic Shield, keeping Armel alive. Miracle wants to burn it down. Can't quite get it. The hop's there. Armel lives. They kill Kuro on the back line. Now OD's here, and the bandit should finish him off, but not enough to save Miracle. Mind control. Might have to use that borrowed time. They get Weeha, and it's a disaster.
Abed's there. They know. Boxy moves in. There's the Doom to start the fight. The Chrono. It hits on to 4. Oh, it's the big ol' ultimate, but do they have enough damage on all the rest of them? They didn't quite get it. There's the buyback immediately onto. This is a huge moment for them. Midnight pulls down onto everybody. They got the A blast, the jump in, the silence. They bring down the ropes, but the turnaround with the epicenter. Magical got that Aegis. He dropped this hammer, and it's going to look really, really bad. They try and take this fight. The Song of the Siren, they got him. Got him. That's the triple. Flagging and drop it right on their dome. Get on over here. Killing everybody off.
Miracle gets the Aegis. A snatch. Does get killed by Fnatic. Savage pretty low in the back line. Him and Miracle going blow for blow. Swap out from jabs. Keeps Savage alive, but it's DJ. Huge ultimate again. Big damage. Breaks up the fight in the back line. Miracle trying to finish him off.
I could watch DJ play Crystal Maiden all day. That was some sick play. We had a lot of Crystal Maidens actually this group stage. I think we had some nice variety of heroes being played this group stage, Fog. Apart from the opening.
The opening picks.
Opening picks,
Yeah.
and I feel like our carry pool is a little bit limited for me, right? I think we got like 3 heroes or so, like Slark, PL, and then we have like Nigma's playing like the Ember in the safe lane.
And we have Doom's not skilling Doom.
And Doom's not skilling Doom as a carry.
Right,
We've got plenty of
Are we going to
carries.
get to see that today?
No.
No.
I don't
think we'll ever see that again.
I'll see it.
And never again.
Never again. The group stages did set up for some nice excitement for the main event, though, because if that's just a group stage, I can only imagine what's going to happen today in upper bracket, already, you know, high tier Dota, but also in lower bracket, elimination Dota. That always gets crazy. 4 best of ones will be played today. And yeah, that rounds up our group stage topic, but we do have more topics. Our next topic is the topic of patches. And I know you want to have us talk about the current Dota, but isn't it better to hear about patches from the players themselves?
No.
The new patch has a lot of things going on. It's we have the neutral items, we have the outposts, we have new heroes, the terrain changed, and there was some economical changes too. And of course there are the hero changes itself.
The biggest difference, I think, it's the shrines. It's just the way you play around shrines now, and outposts is so much different than before.
I'll take your tribute.
The biggest change is the outpost. It's like a new objective, and the teams need to like prioritize it at some point of the game. It's pretty important since you can use teleport on the outpost, and like let's say bottom region lane, and you don't have any tier 1 and tier 2 tower left, but you still have the outpost. You can someone can just TP there and make a play.
Everyone thought it was Dota 3, right? It was just so different. The outpost, like the side shop, like it took me a lot of time to like understand the patch, and especially the neutral creeps. The jungle means a lot more because these neutral creeps item drops after the 5 minutes, and they actually very strong. They impact the games a lot, I feel.
You gotta kind of play the game differently now. I think, for example, like every 10 minutes, you have these objectives, and then it's also another point of like TPing or like vision and stuff like that. So in general, Dota is becoming more snowbally, and early game means a lot.
You need to just get used to the game, basically. You need to play a lot to like get used to new map, new objectives, like new shrines, outposts, remove shrines, you know, all of this. You just need a lot of games to to get used to new patch.
We're definitely excited about this tournament, and the patch is one reason for it. I think some teams definitely have it figured out more. In this kind of patch, it can take even years, I would say, to like try to find the like maximum or like to maximize the game. We're gonna be as surprised as you guys.
You know, it seems a little deceptive that I feel like we've had this patch for a little while now, but this is the first major on this patch. First major of the year, first major on this patch, and it's easy to forget that because we've already had we had a lot of time to play the patch, personally. But yeah, as Kuro says, it takes a while to get used to the patch.
Yeah, there's so many changes, right? Like, I feel like we've seen like some patches that people are like, oh, stale meta, and then toward the ends of that patch, people just start coming up like, wait, this is actually the better way to play for that. So yeah, there's just so many different ways that aren't explored.
Yeah, it is, and I think the biggest thing that they're talking about, right, those shrines. Like, you remove some of the shrines, but you added the outposts, so all of a sudden these tier 1 towers are more important. You heard him talking about it. Some people just have their finger on the meta more. Obviously, Kroki, I mean, they won the minor, so they've got their finger right on the pulse.
That's the thing. I think coming into this, sure, every team's had a couple of days to play in the group stage, but you know, overall, out of all the teams here, Nigma has just played a very competitive tournament on this patch, and that, in my opinion, can give them a huge edge against anyone else because of that experience that they're going to be coming into this major with.
Yeah, we are going to talk about Nigma, of course, a lot more, as they are one of our first teams playing here in Leipzig for the playoffs. And we're going to move on first to the community topic, because as every day, you guys get to choose a topic. This time, apparently, the topic that was chosen, the topic was too long to put in text, so I have just gotten it in my ear. And it's mostly for Owen. Do you think that Harry and Meghan will declare themselves King and Queen of Canada? That's what you guys came up with?
Because she ran away, right? That was the thing?
I know that
they basically said they wanted to take a step down from active royalty.
But then they left and they went to Canada, right?
I don't know about that, but they might have.
Yes,
correct.
Right?
You are. If TMZ hasn't lied to me, you are correct.
I don't know. I hear the news very rarely in the mornings.
They're your royalty, Owen.
No, I don't watch the news. Who are these people? who is this?
They're Dota characters.
No, she played in Suits. She plays in Suits. She's the actress.
What is that? I don't watch TV.
So it sounds like it's a big no, Sheever. They will not become the Queen and King of Canada.
They will not become the... Who would have thought?
Not me.
Well,
thanks for that question.
Yeah,
thanks for that one for. Is it Reddit? I bet that was a Reddit topic.
If you have different questions that are better tomorrow and every day of the next 6 days, please put them in. I think it's Twitter, at DreamLeague. I think they
ask on Reddit as well.
They ask on Reddit.
I'm
sure that if you want us to talk about something in specific, like King and Meghan and
or if you have any life problems,
I forgot his name.
Give you the answers. You know,
most of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it?
Wait, can I put questions there too? Because I might have some.
You can.
I have some problems.
We can give you life advice. Yeah.
I'll be there tomorrow then, maybe.
Yeah, we could be your diary, dear diary. But then rather than diary is DreamLeague, dear DreamLeague, and then you're like,
oh, okay, noted.
So make sure you put those questions in, because this one was not very good.
Damn, straight up, you're bad.
No, I said not very good. You were the one saying bad.
I was, whatever.
All right, guys. But that means that all the topics of today are done. We are having a lot to talk about in terms of the first matchup. But in order to do that, we actually have to have people that we can talk to it about, because you guys, you need your breaks, you need your rest, and you don't want to come across as biased during your cast.
And you're bad at Dota.
I was not going to say that, but...
He pointed at you. I mean, I don't know. He pointed at Owen. I saw that directly pointed at Owen. So.
He did 2 points, though.
Now he did.
All right. Thomas, could you please play Owen and Fogged off the stage?
Bye.
Bye. Guys, later.
Good luck. Have fun.
Thank you for joining us.
Of course. Thank you, Thomas.
And enjoy the cast. I know we will. And you know what they always say? When one door closes, another window opens, or something. There's a saying there.
I actually thought you were just going to say something completely wrong, but no, you were close, yeah.
Like, was the window opens or when the door closes?
No, I think it's just when one door closes, another one opens. I don't think there's a
What is
window
with the
involved. I don't know. You're the one who likes windows, apparently.
I thought there was a window involved. Well, it's a good thing that there's no windows involved, because if it was a window, it would be very difficult playing them in. But luckily, it's a door. Thomas, let's play in Cap and Kyle. Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you. You got your applause for GH. Yes, nice. All right, guys. Welcome back. Are you guys excited for some playoff Dota 2?
Very excited.
Yeah, this is probably the series I'd be most looking forward to out of the whole upper bracket. Obviously, we've got El Clasico tomorrow, but for today, EG versus Nigma. Two of the favorites coming in. No, God's list was a bit wrong. He had Nigma at like 8, but they're playing.
What? He had him at 8?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Well, I mean, it can still happen, but from the performance, I wouldn't say so. You know what we're first going to do? We're going to take a look at the brackets, see where we're at, because you're saying that we do have a lot of games today. Of course, we've got elimination matches, but we're going to kick it off with the upper bracket with EG versus Nigma. We're going to follow that up by IG versus Vici Gaming, and then we have 4 best of ones lower bracket. It's an exciting time.
Oh, yeah. Everyone obviously loves the best of ones, but man, Nigma versus EG, and then the 2 Chinese powerhouses. Obviously, the 2 best Chinese teams. I don't think anyone's going to disagree with that. Going up against each other right away is going to be just super hype.
The number 2 and 3 of the previous major.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit sad that we're seeing so much interregional matchups.
Yeah.
The South American versus the South American elimination match. That's just a little bit sad, just because, like these guys, like they came to the major to be able to match up against all the international teams that they usually don't get a chance to, right?
Yeah.
It's like they go and see Pain, Beast Coast sees Pain, and we're like, oh, well, that's just another Friday.
It always works like that. I remember we, at like 3 majors in a row, both we and Optic were in the lower bracket, and we had the first match against each other, and we just couldn't get away.
But there's also, I mean, this is the result of group stages playing out differently than expected, right? Because Na'Vi, for example, did a lot better than what people were expecting them to, and made it to the upper bracket. While on the other side, Chaos, who came through as first seed of North America, came last in their group, and that meant that Beast Coast came in 3rd of their group, which meant in return that that you're gonna have mismatch.
And TNC, you just won a major, and now guess what? You're down the lower bracket.
Yeah, exactly.
New patch plus qualifying in like a older version of this patch is like
irrelevant.
Yeah. That patch was like a lot different than what it is now, right?
Yeah, it's just like, obviously people, the meta just shifted so much. That's also why you look at Nigma, they come here, they look honestly like one of the best teams at the tournament. And I question, I've pushed for this for a while, why like 1 spot per minor, right? Because like last year we had Vici win a minor, then a major. I think Nigma is easily a top 3 team at this tournament thus far. And
it's a good thought exercise, and just like what would the 2nd best team or the 3rd best team at a minor, how good would they be at this major? Because I think RNG, I could easily see them being upper bracket right now.
Yeah,
true. But you know how it works, right? And you didn't want to qualify. Well, you did probably. you didn't want to. Yeah, you should have. No, but you got to do it. But yeah, I agree. Who knows?
Yeah, it's always tricky because is there a perfect way to figure out how many slots each region gets? I guess that's the origin of all the problems. So it's someone will always be feeling slighted. It's just that simple.
That's how it is.
I get it. It's just more time on a patch, especially one this deep. is going to be better for a team. That's why I feel like Nigma actually has an advantage coming in, especially if you look at the tournament thus far. I think EG has played 8 games. Nigma just played 5. They lost their opener and then just won.
Crushed, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Well, not crushed. They have long games. They are a long game.
And they had to go through the lower bracket,
Yeah.
so they got a lot of matches in that minor.
Yeah, they had, like, what was it, 23? Like, they all had almost the max amount of matches purely because they went through the lower bracket of their group and then also the lower bracket of the actual bracket. And then they had most of their series went 3 games.
Yes, it was great. It's like a bonus 30, 40 games. Like, that's a huge edge. You consider a player like he's dramatically increased his hero pool from 2 heroes to 3 heroes.
That's a 50% increase
That's a
right
lot.
there. That's massive.
Is it?
Well, yeah, because he went from 100 to 150%.
We shouldn't go. Well, okay, I'm just checking.
Yeah, I'm just playing, but I'm kidding. We should look to point at the OD specifically in this matchup. I think that the mid players, they play against each other all the time in pubs. I think Abed has like a slight edge in those games, but you never know what'll happen. It'll be interesting to see which player each squad chooses to sort of game plan around. Traditionally, mind control is kind of the kryptonite for EG. I think that they're much weaker if an enemy team is playing fast against them. So I'd like to see them on heroes like Nature's Prophet, Beastmaster perhaps, and like really get the tempo going.
We did see like Nigma have shown at least like 3 or 4 times now over the course of the minor and the major that they can play like a really fast style. And so I want to see at least one game like that against Evil Geniuses. I'm also just interested to see how the draft breaks down because it does seem like Nigma is a little bit ahead of some teams, but like EG, for example, and like their choice of always picking up like a core in the first 1-2, right? They're going to pick up this OD or this Slark. You know, they're going to grab one of those heroes because it does seem like a bit top heavy right now. What cores are actually viable? What carries are actually viable?
Yeah, and we bring up the whole Beast Coast thing again. They got forced putting Hector on a Doom, and it just didn't work out for them. It really does feel like there's like 3 to 4 cores in that carry role. You just got to get.
And I think maybe that's a little bit like a new patch. Like you've experienced this, right, Kyle? Like a new patch comes along, and people get into their heads like, these are the best heroes, and these are the only counters. But Dota, like in its cyclical nature, we're going to go back and eventually be like, oh, what about this other hero that used to counter it, but nobody's picking right now?
And it's also about, how's like power creep affected a hero that used to be good that maybe isn't so much anymore. So you think you have an answer, but then you realize, like Slark as an example, I don't think you can actually answer this hero. Like it's always going to be good.
Always.
So sometimes, and that's where it becomes this first 2 pick. Because
You can just ban it, though. That seems like if a hero is always good, you don't want your enemy to get it, you can ban it. That's how it normally works.
But that's also where teams get into this idea that they're like, we do have an answer to it. They think they have an answer to it. For example, take Liquid.
Yeah.
They had what would be one of the better counters to Slark, right? They picked up Void Ancient Apparition, like a nice combination that should always bring that hero down. They still ended up losing that 60-minute game.
They should have won that game,
They
though.
probably should have, yeah. But, at the same time, it's going to get into your head. I don't know if EG is going to continue to feel confident. They won with that Slark, right? Might as well keep it going.
As long as you're talking about answers and heroes and answers to it, there's also some questions that were answered by GH.
Well, this is the first game on the main stage of the major, so we're very excited to play it. We've had a nice history with the EG, so we're very confident coming into the series. I'd say that I wouldn't give any speculations toward the results of the series, but I'm just going to enjoy the games. Well, upper bracket is a change for once because we usually come from the lower bracket, so we feel good. It's like another shot in the tournament. You can mess up once, but you still have that backup life, so we feel good.
Yeah, they feel good, they feel comfortable, and when he's talking about the history with EG, it was, of course, this squad, then Liquid, now Nigma, that knocked out Evil Geniuses at the International 2019.
Yeah.
So that's some history right there. That was almost the same squad as EG. Let's focus a little bit more on EG because they did change a little bit after TI. We've got ourselves Abed, we got Ramses in the off lane. And it's a fresh squad, but they have already been steadily getting success. They seem like they have not dropped a beat.
Yeah, that's EG, right? They're just stable, and even their drafts, like, they're always going to be very similar. They're going to play the same style they do, but they play it so well. Like, if you are a team that's a little bit worse than them, you're probably just not going to beat them, even if you know what they are doing, which makes them so strong.
At the same time, like the individual skill that they have that does manage to always buoy their results up into, a top 8, top 4, you're going to expect them out of them. Like that sort of skill should also be enough to win tournaments. right? You should be winning majors. You should be, you know, like you should be in that grand finals of a TI. And what exactly, you know, hasn't managed to click for Evil Geniuses in the past. We'll see whether or not this squad is able to do so because, I mean, they did well at the major, right? But they didn't win that major.
No.
And that major was also a weaker major, right?
The top 4 from TI took it off. So.
Yeah.
And they did start out slow and they ended strong. I feel like that happened in the groups here again. They started out a little slow, but then they ended it strong. Starting in the upper bracket here, I think they have a good shot at at making a good run for it. We'll see if they can actually make it for the title, because when people talking about the title, people are still mentioning Vici and Secret, so we'll see if they can make a dent in those two. We'll see also how they'll do against Nigma very, very soon, because the draft is almost ready to begin after this break.